So this is the beginning of this episode video about how to play the keyboard, synthesizer, piano using guitar chords. So here, as you see, we've got our guitar neck and represented by all the different notes that make up a chord. Now maybe some of you have never actually known what the notes are, but it's important to know the notes that make up a chord to be able to relate it to the keyboard or piano later on. So if we had the key of E, for example, the key of E is this shape, up to there and down there, as you probably know. And the notes are B, E, G sharp. And notice that also the open chord, or the open notes rather here, are also E, B, and E there. So when you're playing E with that shape, you play the whole lot, as you know. If you have an A, for example, there's your three notes there, E, A, and C sharp. And so it goes on around the fretboard. If you have a C, which is C, E, G, you've got a C, E, and you've got a G. C, E, G. And using these notes really does help when it comes to playing the keyboard. So we're going to flick across to another site now. So this is your fretboard. The notes are on here, and to be able to play the keyboard we have to know the notes on the guitar fretboard, of course. So we're going to go across to another one now. This one here. I'm just going to pull that down a little bit so we can see it just a tiny bit. There we go. So this is our keyboard, a part of it, and the little C basically is the C that's in the middle of the keyboard roughly. So there's C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and the next note would be C again. So to play the chord E or C, we need to know the positioning on the keyboard. So I've got another little site here I've been to. If I can just get that one up a moment, it's a bit slow, but we're getting there. There we go. So along the top here, I can pick the notes I want. I click on C, and I'm going to select C down here. And there we have it. There's the notes that make up our chord. If you see there, look, C, E, G. So we have the red notes on here. This is pianochord.org. It's brilliant. I recommend it to you to help. So we have C, D, E, F, G. And we're playing what's called a triad. Triad is three notes. So C is the first note. We miss number 2. 1, 2, 3 is E. We miss 4 and 5 is G. C, E, G. If you play those three notes on your keyboard, that will be the same sound as playing the guitar C. If we find an E, so I'm going to go up to the top here, select E, and go across to E on this side. There we have our E. And the E, the notes are there, E, G sharp, B. E, F, G, sorry, E, F, G, G sharp. Because the reason is because we got sharp notes, and we'll go into that later on, how that works out exactly when you get a sharp. Okay, so when you do that, that'll help. So E, G sharp, B. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5 for triad. 1, 3, 5. And if you looked, of course, at our piano here, we can see much clearly. Basically, the C is to the left-hand side of the black note with the two black notes. C, E, G. So it says it down there, C, E, G. So that's the first bit we're going to do, and I'll add the keyboard in a minute to show you the sounds, and then beyond that we can go on to more advanced stuff. But basically you can play from the chords of a guitar as long as you know the notes. Ideally you can go on to play the keyboard as well, but even if you don't know the notes, you can go into this website called pianochord.org. I'll just lift my thing up a bit. There it is, pianochord.org, and that will show you what notes you need to play. So if you're a guitarist, which you are watching this, key of E, down there shows you the notes to play. And I'll show you my keyboard later on, and that's got all the notes across the top which you can buy to add on to it. So that's the first step of one-man guitar, learning to basically accompaniment to your playing on a keyboard. So here's the keyboard, and we're going to play those notes that we did on the I showed you on the computer. So first of all, we've got the C. So basically there we have it. That's your first note, C. You got D. So we've got D here, E, F, G, A, B, C. So C and C is an octave. Triad. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We want the first, third and fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the key of C. That's the triad for C. The chord C that you play on your guitar. And E, for example, is E, G sharp and B. There's your E. G sharp is here. G, G sharp, sharp is up. And B. That's your E. And that gives you the notes then to play on from the guitar to the keyboard. So that's the first bit. That's the very basics of how to do it. And you can use this as accompaniment then when perhaps you want to record something onto a looper. You can add the keyboard onto it and have a fantastic sound backing your guitar playing. So I believe anybody can play the keyboard with accompaniment by using guitar chords. So I hope this really does help you.